Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our live Valentus business presentation for tonight. And listen, I'm tremendously excited over the next 25 minutes to share some powerful information with you in regards to what I believe is the most exciting home based business opportunity out there. Of course, teamed up with a dynamic product line, really a star of the show, the Slim Roast coffee product that we're going to be talking about here. In fact, that's a shot of me there holding my favorite cup of coffee right now, and that's that Slim Roast. Let me tell you something. That product is absolutely amazing. I've had more energy. Matter of fact, I'm down 7 pounds now from drinking the coffee. And let me just tell you, it has been absolutely golden for myself. My wife is enjoying it as well. A lot of people that I know are just really falling in love with this concept that we have here. And so I'm going to simplify this by sharing more information with all of you. I am a former NFL running back. As I share the NFL Alumni Shield there, I'm one of several former football players that are now in this industry, have found a home through network marketing. I believe that it is by far the greatest industry on earth. It's been very amazing for me. And I think not just from the ability to really create what it is that I'm looking for, having more ability to have the time freedom to work around the hours that I enjoy, but also being able to actually share this opportunity or share this vision in this particular industry with other people has been golden for me. And so tonight I have the privilege of sharing with all of you why I said yes to Valentus and why I'm so excited for you. And I really believe, again, that this information will be life-changing. Now, it has to make sense, you all, in order for you to see the business side of this. And here's what I want you to see most importantly. Coffee is big business. I don't have to convince any of you that. It's the second most traded commodity in the world. 83% of the adults around us drink coffee on a daily basis. Whether you're going to work, whether you're going to church, whether you're headed to the grocery store, if you stopped 8 out of the next 10 people, they're coffee drinkers. But watch this. If you stop all 10, everybody that you stop will know a coffee drinker. So 100% of the people out there absolutely either know someone that drinks coffee or most likely they do drink coffee every single day. So I thought about industries and brands that have also adopted the concept that coffee is big business. I've watched companies like Wendy's, introduce the Redhead Roasters. I watched companies like Burger King introduce the BK Joe. And of course, their sales have literally spiked 25% since last year. Subway now is in the coffee space, opening up early in the morning, and not there to stuff a foot-long sandwich down my throat or your throat. But honestly, they understand that coffee's big business. Now, when I was a running back with the New England Patriots, Dunkin' Donuts was extremely popular back east. And I can tell you this still, of course, it is popular. Matter of fact, it's moved all around the United States now. But back then, the actual logo itself was a donut. And now if you look at that logo there, it's actually a cup of coffee because, again, they now understand that really the money and the profit is in the coffee. And I don't think any company has done it quite like McDonald's has with the launch of McCafe. You all, McDonald's has made it really plain for us to see this coffee vision. And that's by taking 7 cents of raw material and turning it into a $15 profit. When I heard that concept, I just thought that was absolutely genius. So, they're not in the business of the tasty fries and the chicken nuggets, milkshakes, Happy Meals, and the things that we've known McDonald's for over the last 25, 30 years, you all. They have literally shifted their concept to coffee. And even when you walk in, they have rebranded themselves with a new layout. You have jazz playing in the background. You have more of a coffee feel in there where they have low-hanging chandeliers. The colors of the place now are not these loud, kid-friendly colors, but they're really more of a soft kind of earth tone colors. You all, even they replaced now where they got HD TV screens all over the place. They've got menu boards that are more of the high def style. The bottom line is coffee is huge business. Now, North America, it's the #1 coffee consuming market in the world. So as I talk about this concept with Valentus and talk to you about what's different about our cup of coffee and why we're so excited, my thing I want you to understand is there opportunity for you? Absolutely. In fact, 400 million cups of coffee are enjoyed every single day right here in North America. I say yes to Valentus. Why have so many of you, really pay close attention to what we're doing here? For those of you that also said yes, I'm going to share some concept with all of you that really got me excited. Now, number one, when you think about how big the coffee empire is out there, in fact, let me just fast forward here. Look at Tim Hortons, recently sold for $11.10. Okay, now this was a $2,000 concept that ended up evolving into $11.4 billion. Concept, you all, is absolutely amazing. So as I look here at Valentus, and I look at when we first started here back in 2015, the very first month in February, as you see there, $80,000 in sales was reported. Now, as we fast forward 1 year later, in 2016, this year, the company closed out the month of February at $1.1 million. Now, in March and April, you can see it went from 1.4 to $2.1 million. So now the momentum was starting to kick in. May and June, $3.4 million and $4 million in sales in June. Now, what I want you all to understand is when you think about $4 million in a coffee empire like North America, or for those of you that are listening in from around the world, the coffee space is so huge. So the fact that we only done $4 million up to this point lets you know that there's so much opportunity for you. And I think I'm really going to blow your mind when I show you what we've actually got involved with here. But let's take it a little bit further. So why would people actually spend big money on coffee? Well, Starbucks has made it socially acceptable for people to spend $5 or more for a simple cup of coffee. You all, when I go to Starbucks with my family, there's 6 of us total, I always leave out of that place nothing less than $30. That's just how it is. And it has been one of those things I'm just accustomed to it. And so, again, when you start to think about what we have here within Valentus and the Slim Roast, you all, this is the next billion-dollar idea. I truly believe that what we're getting ready to do right here within Valentus and this Slim Roast product is really going to change a lot of people's lives. Now, just want to briefly share my story with all of you, my experience on the coffee and what I, personally enjoyed up to this point. Now, when I first heard about Valentus, you all, I saw some of the testimonials out there, and I just was a little bit skeptical. I'm gonna be honest with you. So when I received my shipment of product, I remember that morning, waking up early, about 7 a.m. I made myself a cup of the Slim Roast. Now, it was about 7 a.m. Now, let me just tell you this, about 5 to 7 minutes into drinking that cup of coffee, I started to notice the difference in how my energy level and my mood was changing very quickly. But it wasn't like this thing where I was bouncing off the walls. It was a very smooth transition. I started to notice the difference, you all. And again, my energy level, and also too, it felt like the mental fog that was always hanging over my head in the mornings, it was lifted immediately. You all, I grabbed my car keys, my tennis shoes, and I headed down to the gym, and I had an incredible 90-minute workout, did a cardio workout, burned about 1,200 calories. And I remember coming back home and grabbing my laptop, getting some things done that morning. And it was right around 12 a.m. where 12 noon when I looked at my watch, and I said, wait a minute, I have not even had anything to eat. So I grabbed a banana and just made myself eat something because I was just sitting there thinking, why am I not hungry? You all, it wasn't until 5 o'clock that evening where I actually had my first meal, and I didn't overdo it. It was just like a basic meal. And I remember calling up Dave Lear, my business partner, and I said to him, I said, man, if anybody else is experiencing anything close to what I'm experiencing right now, we have $1 million idea right here. This thing is going to be huge. And so he then funneled me over to a website called bestweightlosscoffee.com. And so, of course, I went over to bestweightlosscoffee.com. And let me just tell you, photo after photo, before and after photos of just people like myself, just love coffee, drink it every day. Well, these people have been on the coffee longer than me. And let me tell you, their stories were amazing and how much weight they were losing and how many inches they had lost around their weight. It was absolutely amazing to hear and see some of these stories. And so you all, I became literally at the edge of my seat thinking, this has got to be something, what's going on with this particular cup of coffee. And so as I started to dig in, you all, the fact that this product has no GMO, no pesticides, no chemicals, no preservatives, no artificial sweeteners. It has no sugar. You all, it has natural dark roast Arabica coffee. It has a lot of great things in it. But let me talk about one thing here. Garcinia Cambogia. This was what really blew me away, because I had actually been reading a lot of documentation out there, watching a lot of different news feeds and things of doctors and scientists all talking about Garcinia Cambogia and how it literally, being that it's an exotic fruit over in Southeast Asia, and how it basically does a phenomenal job of being a natural fat blocker. It does a great job of increasing your energy level. It also does a great job of curbing your appetite. These were all things that I was noticing. And let me just tell you, when you mix, green tea in there with it, L-carnitine, we have a formula, a proprietary formula that nothing out there can even come close to. And here's the thing that I want you to know more than anything. The coffee tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. It really does. My wife, honestly, I'm a health nut, and I've bought into other concepts within healthy coffee before, and she would not even consider drinking them. She would try them, and she was just like, they're not what she, it's just not her thing. And so I remember just telling her about this. I said, you've got to try this slim roast. And so she never tried it until she actually ran out of her regular coffee. And she, told me, sweetie, go ahead and make me a cup of that coffee. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I made her a cup of coffee. She works from home as well. And so I, just sat the coffee there and just, went out my way in her office and just kind of walked off. And let me just tell you, I heard her laughing in her office. So I came back down the stairs and I said, well, what's so funny? And she said, well, I'm cracking up because she said this coffee is actually good. And I remember laughing, and I called Dave Lear and Jordan up, and I told them, because I said, my wife is really picky about coffee and stuff like that and health drinks. And she thinks that everything has an aftertaste. And for her to enjoy the coffee, it told me that I can feel very confident, feel good about just retailing this as, a product, as a standalone product. And I felt really good about that. So again, what were things that I was experiencing, besides the great tasting? Well, again, curbing my appetite, helping with sugar cravings, sugar absorption. And these are other things, third-party documentation that talks about what a lot of these ingredients do that's in this particular product we have. Elevating the mood, burns fat, promotes mental alertness. I was listening to Dr. Oz, and they were talking about Garcinia Cambogia, and basically what it does too, by being a fat blocker, it does a great job of also really, almost preventing the body from creating so much more fat. And it talks about basically what it also does with the liver, because my thing is certain things with the liver when and I'm not the doctor or anything like that, but I will tell you, the liver is responsible for a lot of ways that our body actually ends up storing stuff. And whatever the Garcinia Cambogia is doing, the liver basically works in connection with it, but it literally prevents it from storing more fat. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. You have to go check out some of these YouTube videos, but it's amazing, But before and after photos are just pouring in. You look at the guy here in the blue jeans, look at his stomach there. You can literally see the difference in how it's really leaned out that area there. Of course, it's the young lady here in the yellow looks absolutely amazing. Look how loose her shirt is. You can definitely tell the difference there, getting rid of that stubborn belly fat. That's one of the areas that a lot of people, Monday morning diets, I'm telling you, everybody talks about it. Getting rid of the belly fat, trying to diet. There's no better way than to disguise a great tasting cup of coffee mixed with weight loss, like what we're doing over here. Look at Veronica Rogers, down 35 pounds. Matthew Leaf, down 55 pounds, drinking the slim roast, It's absolutely amazing. I actually overheard this lady's conversation on one of our corporate calls, and she was just one of our coffee drinkers. And let me just tell you, she got into her wedding dress initially, and then a year later, she got into it after drinking the slim roast. Totally different in how it fit. I know she's now one of our top distributors of the product and leaders. Turned it into a really solid business, because again, how the product actually worked and what it did for her. So let's talk about some of the other things we offer here, you all, because we're not just a coffee company, but we have a library of different products that work together synergistically to give your body what it needs every single day. Now, one of my favorites is the Prevail Immune Boost. Why? Because everybody on this webinar, those of you that you run in contact with on a daily basis, everybody has an immune system, and it's compromised every single day, whether we're at work, whether our kids are at daycare, school, with all the people sneezing around us, grabbing doorknobs, you name it. The bottom line is, you all, we're exposed every single day. I love the fact that this particular product puts a barrier of protection around all of us, but also it's flooding our bodies with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. A lot of the things that are stripped away from the foods that we're eating on a daily basis. Let's be honest, you all. Here's my thing. When you start to think about the way that foods are harvested now, sprayed with topsoils, as far as keeping the pesticides and all that kind of stuff, you all, we're not getting what we need. So though we have the habits of eating green leafy salads and all those type of things, we're not giving our body what it needs. This product boldly steps to meet that need. Next, we have our Prevail energy drink. You all, every time I end up going to 7-Eleven, I run into people who have Red Bulls, Monsters, Rock Stars drinks, all those energy drinks, 5-hour energy shots. Matter of fact, Starbucks, the last time I was in there, they have their own cooler full of different drinks. They're called like refreshers or something like that. The bottom line is, it's a huge space to be connected with. And so my thing is, we have a healthier alternative instead of the crash and burn where people drink. And then lastly, we have what's called the Prevail Trim, 30 minutes before you eat. This also has the Garcinia Cambogia in it as well. You all, it helps to curb your appetite. Let me just tell you, that has been one of my favorites. But we have 4 dynamic products. Of course, our flagship product is that Slim Roast. But let me just tell you this, it has really created an opportunity for people to make money. Now, tonight is Thursday, which basically means you need to make a decision to lock in with us. So I'm going to share a few nuggets from this slide here, but then I'm going to talk about why it's important to lock in. Now, number one, you can retail this coffee, you all. Let me just tell you, you can retail the products. When you team up with us, you're going to get your own websites that literally you can send customers to, and they can order the product, and our warehouse will ship the product directly to them, but then gives you that profit and mails that profit to you. So we pay you for simply sharing the retail side of this thing. We also have what's called the Introduction Fast Start bonus, as well as the Legacy Coded bonus, which basically means every single time you introduce a brand new partner to Valentus, you can actually earn upwards of $200 every single time that happens, okay? And I'll share with you here in a little bit how we can do that. Now, income barriers number 4 and 5. Here's what's cool about this, and this is why it's so important. Tonight is our cutoff time. And what's happening right now for many of you is there is what I call a book of business that's actually forming underneath you. Everybody right here has a success line or a power line that's below them, even if you're only a member right now. And basically what that means is that anytime orders are placed through that success line, all that volume is going to get captured and is going to stay in what's called your banked volume, okay? As you begin to build your business, that banked volume along with your personal volume becomes released to you on payday. We pay you upwards of 20% on all the collective volume underneath you. Now, notice I didn't say everything on yourself, but the collective volume. So for those of you right now that's getting emails saying, hey, you've got customers underneath you that have joined. You've got business partners that you don't know that have joined underneath you. Lock in your position tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in your positions. I'm telling you. Why? Because I've done it before, and I'm telling you right now, I've had people come into this business who I didn't know who they are, but they ended up getting to this thing and literally growing a huge team. You all, I got paid off of that. I got paid off of that. And we through our trainings, we teach you how to leverage that activity underneath you and get paid. But I'm telling you, it just makes sense. We have global shares here over as well that you can earn. We have car bonus, which I like to refer to as a lifestyle bonus. You can earn upwards of $400 to $3,000 as you begin to hit certain levels in our company, and they're not hard to hit, you all. They're not at all. We set you up with a back office that tracks and manages your business for you. We give you all these really nice library of websites that you can go through. So depending on who you're sending information to, maybe you want to just send a good coffee presentation to that person where they can watch a short movie presentation. Well, then you can go in your library and find that particular website and just send it to that particular person. Or maybe you want them to take a different tour page. Whatever it is, you actually can choose it and get it to them. Now, here's what this looks like with the success line. Let's just say you're at the very bottom. Let's just say you're Pam, okay? Here's what happens at midnight tonight. If you're at the bottom of the success line, you don't see Lee, Ann, John, all the other people above you. But at midnight tonight, here's what the thing is, they can actually see you right now. But if you make the decision to team up with us and become a member, if you're Pam, here's what happens at midnight. You're going to actually, my system got jammed up a little bit, but I'm just going to describe what's happening. Pam is actually going to then move all the way up and compress right underneath there between Dave and Cindy at the very top. So now Pam will be looking down and she can see Cindy, Sue, everybody else down that success line, which basically means because she locked in, she is permanently locked into that position, which means all that activity underneath her as it begins to turn into business, she will always reap the benefit of that because she made a business decision before you did. I can't make it any more clear than that, ladies and gentlemen. Lock in. How do you get started with this here? It's simple. $20 business decision. That's all you have to pay, $20, and then choose one of the different options. We have what I consider to be small pack, 2 medium-sized pack, and 1 large. The small pack, you all, is $59 to get started with us. You can start off with a box of the coffee. The 2 medium packs we have, you can get started at either 3 boxes or 6 boxes. You're saving yourself between 25 and 35%. You can buy in at $129 or at $199. And then, of course, lastly, this is the most popular pack we have where you can buy in at $499. But look, you're getting 16 boxes of product or 16 boxes of coffee. And ladies and gentlemen, here's what's crazy about this. That's going to reduce each box down to about $32 per box. So we have a lot of people that have literally pre-sold their boxes of coffee before the box even arrived. And here's how they did it. They actually got their cell phone and do what they always did. They sent a text out to their groups, people that they know, family members, and say, hey, look, you all, I just bought into this amazing concept, healthy coffee. It has a weight loss component to it. People are losing so much weight on this product. Can I count on you all to purchase at least 1 or 2 boxes from me to see how it works for you? Something that simple, ladies and gentlemen, your product is gone. I promise you right there, people will say, absolutely, I'll take 1 box. I'll take 2 boxes. You all, as soon as you get your product, literally it's out the door. You all, we have so many things coming down the pipeline to really help all of you to become more successful. Here at the Valentus Dream Builders, you all, we have some amazing things that we're going to be launching here, different tools to give you that competitive advantage, especially we're now in this space where the internet is running all around us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Most of us have our cell phones in hand all day, whether you're at work or not, sitting right there on your desk. That's how we communicate. That is exactly how we communicate. So we got so many amazing tools to help you do just that. One of my favorite quotes by Warren Buffett says, whatever you like to do, make it a hobby. But whatever the world likes to do, make it your business. And I'm a strong believer of that, you all. We have exactly what people need. Now, right now, I'm going to actually have you all log off this webinar, grab your cell phones, and get ready to jump on our corporate call. We have a lot of amazing things going on right now. Get checked in with us over here with this corporate call so you can hear from others and their experience on this product and how it's actually helping them as well. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time for tonight. Again, my name is Marcus Brigham, your presenter, and I look forward to catching you on our next live event. Until that time, you all stay blessed, and we'll talk soon.